Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jamie. Thanks for joining me in this very quick video, and welcome to the segment of my channel. This is Jamie Uncut, and what that is basically a portion of my channel that I'm doing, which really just is me spinning some thoughts about my marketing career and hopefully helping a few people out along the way. If this is the first time you and I have connected, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'm a full-time affiliate marketer and coach. Got well over 700 students crushing it with their high-ticket affiliate marketing and coaching businesses. And what I teach here is pretty much, like I say, me documenting the last 10 years of being online and hopefully helping a few people out along the way. So I'm talking today about something that has been sort of on the top of my mind for a little while, and I call it the control paradox. And basically, this is something that is absolutely vital for coaches, online entrepreneurs, probably offline entrepreneurs as well, pretty much anyone that's wanting to do anything online or offline or achieve anything in their life, pretty much. And so now I'm no brain science dude, right? So, go do your own research on this type of stuff. But I know enough to be able to speak clearly on this particular topic because it's something that I was doing the opposite for many years. And it wasn't until I changed the way that I was viewing things that things started really taking off in my business. So what I'm talking about is something called a locus of control. So you've got an internal locus of control, and that is basically where you have the perception of life where you believe that you control the outcomes of things, right? So people that have a very strong internal locus of control believe that they are in control of their destiny. They believe that they are responsible for themselves and their outcomes and their successes and failures along the way. People that have an external locus of control effectively mean that they believe that something external beyond themselves is in control of their destiny, their successes, their failures, all that type of stuff. Now, to sum that up into something that's a little bit easier to understand with less big ass words that we don't really care about, think about how much responsibility you are taking for yourself as an adult. Now, this is something that I've struggled with historically, and I'm not too proud to admit that. It was something that, especially in my younger days, I sort of assumed that it was because I felt like there was something missing in terms of a piece of knowledge or something that someone was holding back. I felt like it's like an us and them type mentality. And what I was effectively doing back in the days, this is when I'd go into massive amounts of personal debt. I was spending frivolously, or whatever the word is, where you spend a lot needlessly and you live beyond your means. And I ended up going bankrupt as a result of that. I would take huge gambles on the financial markets, really silly stuff. And of course, if you're doing things like trading the financial markets, for those of you that do trade, you'll probably understand this better than most as well. It's really hard to take responsibility for yourself, because what happens is you'll go through the process of analyzing fundamental data for whether it be a specific company or a currency or a commodity, or nowadays cryptos come into the fold as well. It could be something to do with that. And you think, okay, fundamentally, there should be no reason why this particular thing will go down. So I'm going to take a significant risk betting on the fact that it's going to increase in value. And of course, you go then back that up with fail-safe chart patterns that are out there. And this particular line squiggling over here means that that particular thing over there, due to that algorithm down there, is going to mean that this thing should fly off the handle and go up, right? And so therefore, when it doesn't, because there's some crazy world event, or this what we call a fat finger error in the markets, which is basically where you accidentally press the wrong button when you're entering keys, which does happen on a very frequent basis, or there's a force majeure event that's quote unquote an act of God, whatever you like to call it. When those types of things pop up, I know for myself, when I was trading and I would lose a chunk of cash, 5, 10, 15K on a particular trade or a series of trades, I would automatically assume blame externally outside of myself. Automatically. It's a world event. It's, damn it, like this government shouldn't have done that thing. They shouldn't have raisined their interest rates. That's a new one. I'm going to roll with that. Like I say, this is all uncut. Me just spinning yarns off the top of my head. So they shouldn't have raisened the interest rates. I'm keeping it. It's a keeper. Raisened the interest rates. Or sultaned them. Seriously, man, I don't get paid enough for this. Anyway, so with that in mind, I was always looking for an external factor to blame, because the truth of the matter was, it was me that was taking these ginormous, unnecessary gambles on these particular trades. I'm not the only one. I think this is probably why I feel quite comfortable speaking about this now, because I've gone through all the mountains of shame that has come about because of this. I've also spoken to many traders that also have gone through similar things themselves, and it leaves you humble after a while. It just absolutely leaves you humble. So hence why I'm quite open about this stuff. But the point being is that because I was looking externally, I had an external locus of control. And because of that, it meant that when you're placing blame on external factors, you can't really achieve much in the way of success, because it's always going to be determined by external things that you cannot control. The only thing you can really control is how you choose to view each and every situation that you come into. So once I shifted that paradigm within my mind and I started going, okay, well, once I went bankrupt in particular, and I went, okay, I've made this set of life choices, some of them extremely shitty, by the way, that have got me to this point here. And this is, I'm at the bottom of the barrel right now. Like, I can't dig any further down. I can only start digging up. Then once I understood that hang on a minute, I've made a set of choices to get me here. Then I thought, well, maybe, just maybe, I can make a set of new choices to get me to where I want to go. It wasn't easy. It was very, very hard. I had to face myself many times. Had to analyze a lot of what I do. Had to communicate differently with myself. Had to change the perspective that I had on many different aspects of my life, including my view and relationship with money. Instead of seeing it as this esoteric thing that only rich people have the secret sauce to and no one else can get it, I started viewing it as, well, it's something that people can learn, right? Something that I can control, something that is just simply an efficient means of exchange, nothing more. And it's the emotional energy that you choose to put into these things that is going to dictate how much of it you can kind of attract, right? So once I shifted the locus of control from external, looking for external reasons why things weren't really working out in my life and trading, and then financial markets, and then eventually affiliate marketing, and why I kept failing over and over again. And I went, cool, well, I'm responsible for me and what I do and how this whole thing goes down. And so if I have made these set of crappy choices, I can make a set of wicked or awesome choices to get somewhere else. And once I did that, it was just an enlightenment, because I then thought, holy crap, this is awesome. How cool is this? Like, now I don't need to be worried about external things, because I am in control of that. And it's not always easy. Sometimes I revert back to how I used to be at times. Not too proud to admit that, by the way. So if you see yourself in these words, and there's even a hint, and you'll pick it up if you become conscious of it. Because if it's a subconscious thing, like, it's easy for him because he's got a big audience. Well, it's easy for them because they got him at the right time. Well, it's easy for them to do it because they already had capital to start with. No, I don't. I'm broke. Well, that's you playing victim. That's you with an external locus of control, assuming that there's something else out there other than what you can control internally is going to dictate whether you become successful or not. So snap the fuck out of it. Take control of yourself. You have everything you need in order to succeed online. There's like billions of opportunities out there, like billions. It's insane, right? The amount of opportunity that's out there. So don't play victim. Don't have that external locus control stuff. Don't assume that there's like, the universe is working against me. No, it's you working against your own mind. That's the issue. All right. So where's the paradox in all this? The paradox is that once you choose to have an internal locus of control, and it's an ongoing process, I'm not entirely there myself, I admit that. But once you choose, make that conscious choice to have an internal locus of control, then those things that you want, that you assumed because you weren't getting was something out of your own power, start to show up. And that is the paradox. Crazy to think of, right? Once you kind of let go of the idea that it's something external, it's all within you, and you focus on what you can control and your attitudes to it and the way that you communicate and the way that you communicate externally and internally, your self-dialogue, how you present yourself. Once you do that, like I say, the paradox is the things that you previously wanted start showing up. And that is why they say things like the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, because the poor and the wealth is in here, and the way that you view the world because of it. That's my 2 cents for today. All right, thanks for joining me, folks. Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on this one. A little bit esoteric, but I think there's something pretty powerful for you guys in it. If you are not getting the results that you want out of life, out of your business, out of coaching, out of your affiliate marketing, have just an audit. Spend a little bit of quiet time and just ruthlessly audit the way that you view things and your mindset around things and the way that you think about things. And if you spot something where you're placing blame, acknowledge that it's there. It's okay. It's not about like smashing yourself, beating yourself up about this stuff. Acknowledge that it's there and just make a conscious choice that you're going to do better to take more self-control and take more self-responsibility as well. Sorry, I should say. When you do that, it becomes a habit. Then over time, like I say, the paradox is that the stuff that you wanted, that you assumed was something outside of your own power, starts to show up. And it's freaking cool when it does. And then it just manifests bigger and bigger and bigger. Right, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts. Smash that like button. Feel free to hit the subscribe button if you want more Uncut. And also some cut stuff. I will still cut some stuff up, but not that often. It's probably going to be more of this uncut stuff because it's way more enjoyable than trying to make perfect stuff. So there you go. All right, see you.